Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel, and in this video we are going to be breaking down the Lux Algo trend regularity adaptive moving average. All right, okay, so this is the trend regularity adaptive moving average by Lux Algo. Okay, so this is the indicator that we are going to be discussing in this video. Now this is a moving average, as you can see, but it is a moving average that is designed to be smarter than the traditional ones. So instead of using a fixed calculation period, it adjusts its sensitivity depending on the regularity of the trend. All right. So basically, when the market is trending strongly, the TRAMA, right? I'm just going to be calling it by the short name, right? The TRAMA, TRAMA. So the TRAMA becomes more responsive when the market is trending strongly, keeping you close to price action and helping you to capture momentum. On the other hand, during sideways market or choppy market, the TRAMA smooths out the noise, preventing false signals that often occur with regular moving averages. Now, how does the TRAMA work? This indicator measures trend regularity by analyzing how consistent the price movement is over a period. So the more consistent the movement, the more responsive the line becomes. If the trend loses strength or becomes erratic, the TRAMA automatically slows down. Now, if you can see, you will notice that when this trend, let's just move back a bit. Let's move back a bit. Let's move back a bit. All right. Now, if you see how the TRAMA was going, smoothly, definite direction, gradually doing this smooth trend, you compare it with how it did during this period. Can you see, even though here we had a kind of a slight trend here and so on, but you will notice that the TRAMA was mostly moving sideways during this erratic price movement. You will notice there was more of a sideways movement by the TRAMA indicator. Even here, this plays again. So this indicator adjusts based on the prevailing price action. All right, if the trend loses its strength or becomes erratic, this indicator automatically slows down, creating a smoother line that reduces whipsaws. So this adaptive feature makes it suitable for all market types, whether you are looking at Forex pairs, crypto, or stocks. Okay, it's like having a moving average that knows when to be aggressive and when to stay calm. Now, to set up the TRAMA indicator, you need to open your TradingView chart. Just click on the indicators tab, just search for, you can actually just search for TRAMA, okay? If you want to save your time, writing the long form of the indicator, and you're going to see it right here, okay? The trend regularity adaptive moving average, okay? Just in case if you didn't catch that initially. Now, in the settings of the indicator, you can adjust the parameters, like the length, of course, shorter lengths make the TRAMA more sensitive. You can see this one is set to 99, but if you want, you can reduce it. Shorter lengths make it more sensitive. Then, of course, longer lengths will make it less sensitive. Okay, so it depends on your trading style. All right, the more sensitive TRAMA is going to be ideal for scalpers. Okay, if you're a scalper, you might want to reduce this length. Okay, it's ideal for scalping. That is, smaller values are ideal for scalping or maybe short-term trades, while longer lengths give you a slower, steadier line for swing trading. Now, TRAMA can actually be used in multiple ways. Okay, you can use the TRAMA for trend direction. Basically, if price is above the TRAMA and the TRAMA is sloping upward, then you are in an uptrend. Okay, but if price is below the TRAMA and the TRAMA is sloping downward, then you are in a down trend. The next way you can use this indicator is for dynamic support and resistance. In strong trends, you know, the trauma is going to often serve as a dynamic support line in an uptrend. As you can see what is happening here, it's going to serve as a dynamic support line. And then in a downtrend, obviously, it's going to serve as a dynamic resistance line. Now, you can also use this indicator for crossovers. You can pair the trauma with a faster moving average. You can actually pair it with the faster moving average for crossover signal. So basically, when the faster line crosses above the trauma in an uptrend, it can indicate a strong continuation. For example, we can just add maybe we can decide to add the 20 EMA. It's just an example. All right. For the crossover strategy. So in this case, once you have the shorter length moving average cross above the trauma, it's going to be a buy signal. Once you have the shorter length moving average cross below the trauma, it's going to be a sell signal. So that's when you're using it for the crossover strategy, okay? And of course, you can use the trauma as a confluence tool. You can combine trauma with volume spikes, breakup structure, or oscillator confirmation to strengthen your trade decision. Now, for higher accuracy, use trauma on higher time frames for trend confirmation, and then you can drop to lower time frames for entry timing. So once you've confirmed the trend on the higher time frame, for example, the 4-hour, you can actually drop to lower time frame, maybe like the 15 minutes to, you know, get your entry timing, to enter your trade, to execute your trade basically. Also, avoid relying solely on the trauma in consolidation phases. All right, when the market is moving sideways, you should not rely on the trauma. This is just an example. You can see how the trauma was just also going sideways. So you can't rely on it when the market is moving sideways. All right. So you need to pair it with other tools like maybe support and resistance tools or market structure indicators. Okay. So basically, the Lux Algo Trend Regularity Adaptive Moving Average, TRAMA for short, is more than just a moving average. It's a market adaptive trend tool that can help you stay aligned with market direction and filter out false moves. Okay. So if you found this guide useful, click the like button and subscribe for more TradingView tutorials, indicator breakdowns, and practical trading strategies. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Happy trading.